To connect with lost loved ones, some people turn to mediums who say they can communicate with the spirits or energy of those who've passed away. Although many people believe in mediums, like well-known Long Island medium Teresa Caputo, there are also many skeptics. So we thought we would record a medium at work. We met J. Marie in her office in Mechanicsville, where she told us God has given her a gift to heal through an ability to communicate with the spirit side. Per our request, she invited a recurring client and a client she'd never met before. This was recorded last summer and includes graphics with updates. After the story, we'll have our producer's assessment based on a last-minute reading she requested J. Marie do for her.
I believe that when you come to a medium, at least in my belief system, is to bring healing. It's not to do any harm to anybody. So when I was 6, I lost my mom to cancer, and it was just me and my dad. And, you know, I was always kind of looking for a connection with my mom in a lot of different ways. I just thought everybody was like me. I thought everybody, you know, had intuition and knew things before they happened or felt, you know, spirits around them, but it wasn't until really I was 30 that I realized, oh, not everybody's as open as I am.
I lost my husband in April of 2014, and I have 2 sons. At the time, they were 8 and 12, and it was obviously a hard time. We struggled, and I had always been very open to mediums, watched things on television, and found J. Marie online and thought, okay, I'm going to try this, because there was a lot of anger, a lot of emotion. Our house was filled with it. And I came and met with her by myself at first, and it was absolutely amazing. And as a result, my 2 sons and I come at least once a year to see her, and it has forever changed us. And I had a great-grandmother whose house I live in now came through, taught us about a necklace that I had no idea anything about. I had talked to my mom, who talked to her mom to find this necklace, and we found the necklace. It was validation that I didn't even know about it, so she couldn't possibly have known about it. She also talked to me about my mom's house. She had a mirror at her entrance when the door opened. No one would have known that. And then, of course, Michael came through, and she knew things about Michael that only he and I knew. You know, little inside jokes and things like that, and I knew it was real. She has led my children to find things in our garage that I didn't even know existed, that my children knew about, but I didn't. And they go home knowing Dad's watching. He's aware, because she'll bring out things that have just happened. It's enabled them to talk about him, which is huge in their process. It has given them their dad back. He was a tow truck driver, and he was out on a call in the middle of the night, and his truck left the road, and he hit a tree.
What does it give you to talk to J. Marie?
Peace, comfort. It has gotten us through the entire process. The grief, the loss. It has brought, for my children, something I can't even describe. To be able to see them heal is huge.
I can see, I can hear, I can sense, I can actually like smell and taste as well. So like weird little things can come in where it might be like a smoker, I can tell they smoke because I can taste it. Or I had a young lady, her mom was bringing burnt marshmallows through. And I was like, I'm tasting s'mores right now. And she was like, yeah, we used to make those in the house because we lived in our apartment over the stove because that's all we had. So it's like different ways. So if I hear it, it sounds like if you're talking to yourself in your head. But then there's other times where it sounds like somebody's standing really far behind me and yelling it. So then if I see, sometimes it's like I'm seeing like a movie, and then other times I'm seeing a still picture. If I sense it, that's how I knew, for instance, Holly's mom had died of cancer, because to me, I felt like I had cancer. I could feel it like moving through my blood is what it feels like to me. Did you bring Mom's ring today though? Because I feel like there's jewelry of Mom with you.
There is jewelry.
Beautiful.
Mom.
Can I hold it? Do you have it? Oh, it's her bracelets?
I'm wearing her bracelet and her earrings.
Oh, awesome. So please know that she's just validating that you brought her jewelry. But I felt like with your mom, it's like this Your mom's so funny though. She was like, you see, I got style. Why am I feeling like your mom or your dad had two moms?
My mom's mom is still alive, but she had an aunt that was a mother figure to her.
So what's her name?
Rocky.
Rocky? Oh, I like the name. Who's Ann?
Ann is my husband's stepmom that passed away.
Okay, hi from her too. I call it a download, so it's just coming so fast, so I just get it out. And that's why a lot of people joke, because they'll be like, you get a CD, you can go, replay it when you're done. And I've tried to slow down, but just the information, it's so flooding that I don't want to put any stipulations on it. What's your husband's name?
BJ.
BJ? I really like his vibration. And I know he's got a grandfather on spirit side that's hugging the heck out of him right now, because I feel like the way that this gentleman's coming forward, he's like, will you tell him how proud we are of him? Now, is this an SUV or a truck he drives?
Truck.
Will you tell him to keep an eye on the front left end of this too? Because the way that the grandfather's looking at it, he's like, it's something little, but quit putting it off, because I feel like he's been having a little issues with it, all right? Slow down, Rocky, honey. She's like this. It's like her and your mom are like in cahoots is what it feels like. Now, with Rocky or your mom, why am I feeling that there's a little bit more of an unexpectedness with their passing as well, though? Which one am I with, Rocky or mom?
My mom, most likely.
Okay, there we go. And when she's looking at this, though, she's still giving me this vibration of like, even though it was so unexpected, like there's still like this part of closure that like we have, and then a part of closure that we don't have. And I feel like the biggest thing that I would suggest for you is write your mom a letter. Good, bad, happy, hate, sad. Burn it. Just shift some of that energy, honey. Because it's not that you're saying goodbye to mom. You're just saying, Mom, I love you enough, but I need to heal because I really want to communicate with you again, okay? Okay. Was your mom talking about writing a book, or were you talking about writing the book?
I was.
She's talking about you need to get back to it. She says, honey, the world needs to hear from you. You can't hide forever. And I feel like when I see you before mom's passing, it's like the world knew me. And since mom's passing, it feels like I've kind of, I don't want to say closed up shop, but in a sense, I've retracted a little bit. And she just wants you to come back to life. So get back to writing, because I feel like that'll shift the energy when it comes to your work as well. All right? You have a brother?
I do.
Let him know I love him. I can't emphasize that enough, because I know that a lot of times we heal differently or we grieve differently than others, but it's just more this overwhelming, like I did a great job as a mom. And I feel like it's like mom's trying to get through to the granddaughter as well. It's like when she's seeing things, feeling things, just know it's my presence, okay? Crazy enough, who had the pet bird?
A pet bird?
Yeah, it's flying around your head.
My dad used to have one.
All right, tell your dad hi from his bird. What's your dad's name?
Jay.
Can you give love to him again? Because I feel like when this woman's coming through, okay, I'm not a doctor, not prescribed, or not diagnosed, but she's also acknowledging that he needs to be mindful of his blood pressure too. And she's making me feel like, she nudged him like this, like, you're doing okay, but I'm just telling you to keep a better eye on things. So tell your dad thank you for all that he did. Because I feel like he gets in his head feeling like he didn't do enough for her. And she was like, I gave him so much crap at times. She was like, but he was always so sweet to me. I couldn't have asked for a better person to be with me in the end. So please make sure you give him a great big hug too. All right?
So how do you feel?
Comforted. Because I know I'm hard on myself sometimes. And she acknowledged that. And she knows that. So I'm gonna try to be better. And I forgot I was even wearing a ring, but I am wearing a ring. And you picked up on the ring.
There's her ring.
I appreciate it.
Anytime. Honestly, watching somebody walk out and they're taking breaths differently, that means the world. I mean, I have people that come in that really their life depends on what they hear in here, and they are very open about that. And so at that point, it's like, just to know that they're gonna go out and smile now for the first time, it means everything.
I gotta do the cliche, you see dead people.
I totally see dead people. But I love it. I wouldn't change my life for anything, honestly.
At the end of the shoot for this story, the producer Patty asked Jay Marie to do her reading. J. Marie said, "Great, because your father and grandmother have been standing behind you the entire time." She was able to relay details of Patty's father that only Patty's family would know, and even described his favorite room in his old house where she said he still sits sometimes. She made a few accurate predictions as well. J. Marie also described names and details from other loved ones who were never mentioned on social media. Patty's assessment was convinced. Whether you believe it or not, you have to admit, it makes you wonder. For more on J. Marie, go to jmariemedium.com.